はい、今は一番セグメントをします。皆さん、英語を話します。Welcome everybody, welcome. Oh my gosh, I hope y'all are doing good today. This is gonna be a nice little segment today because it's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna be a little longer segment than usual. Get to reading Voices of a Distant Star, light novel, Japanese language version, um, in a moment. But today I'm here to talk about, as part of the cultural exchange. I know that conventions are pretty big in Japan, like Komiket, as well as Dojin. But I'm not sure how many in Japan ever seen an American convention go on, especially one around involving Japanese anime, manga, and Japanese culture in general. So I figured, since this past weekend, well, Sunday and Friday, I went to Anime New York, Anime NYC, yeah, Anime NYC, which was presented by Crunchyroll. I figured, let me see about get some materials and do some back business stuff as well. But for today's show, but I figured it'd be perfect for the Japanese language channel. For those of you on YouTube, to see this as well, for the Japanese channel. And, and hopefully those of you in Japan will share your thoughts. Sorry it's not going to be in Japanese for this whole segment, because there's a whole lot of English that I haven't learned in Japanese. So So please bear with me. I got some photos. Well, a whole lot of photos. Actually, I selected a whole bunch of photos. Actually, 70 photos, but I don't know if I'm gonna go through all of them. But it depends. And a couple of videos to share on what the convention looked like, and of course, the swag. We all love swag. Who doesn't love swag? Some swag, some stuff that I bought. So yeah. So let's open up first with the fact that this is their program book. We'll show off the swag first, and then I'll go into the photos. So yeah, this is the program guide, and it stinks. It stinks. So the thing about these program guides is that, well, they're supposed to guide you through all the programming, and it actually missing one little thing, and that is the programs. Because not just only do they give they give you like little articles like about the Scott Pilgrim anime, like the Scott Pilgrim anime, but they also give you the whole list of exhibitors along with the map, along with a map. Here we go. So you can be able to find those exhibitors. But there's also supposed to be one more thing these programs guides are supposed to have, and that is the panels. They're supposed to give you the the paneling schedule, so you could be able to see your favorite voice actors, previews, premieres, that kind of stuff. And this book doesn't have it. Here's the table of contents, just so I could prove it to you. Here's the table of contents right here. And as you can see, there's nothing in here about panels. I hope y'all can see it. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little closer. So yeah, they cover gaming, destination cosplay, Crunchyroll merch, guests, convention map, exhibition map, exhibitor list, artist alley, policies. Let's see, articles on Hayao Miyazaki, Marvel God, Scott Pilgrim, but no panels. And you can imagine how much that was a bit of a problem for me when I try to figure out what panels were going on, because I don't even know what they were covering, and that's what stinked about it. Other than that, this was a pretty decent book, and they got their policies. And advertisements and such and so on, but it just made absolutely no sense, including the artist alley who was there, but a lot of doujin. Quite honestly, there seems to be a lot of doujin in companies. Interesting, they even got LLCs. Should have considered that. But the point is, you can't have a program book without panels, telling you what's in the panels and what time the panels begin. That's a very terrible Anime NYC. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm taking a check off, taking a mark off on you, marking you off of the next. So this is what the Friday and Sunday badges look like. Is what they look like here. Toilet bound Hanakoku and classroom of the elites. I don't know what Saturday looked like because Saturday was sold out. This was like last minute. I was lucky enough that Friday and Sundays were available on the same week that the convention was going to happen. We were talking like, what was it, Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday the 12th, and I had to run to get the badges at Kinokuniya on Monday the 13th, and the convention started the 17th, so I had only a few days. But these are pretty nice. They're very nice badges and everything. It was pretty cool. I just wish I knew what the Saturday looked like. But then again, I would have bought the 3-day, and that would have been it. But honestly, I'm glad that I didn't get to do the 3-day. So let's see. I mean, I could show you all the swag here. Yeah. Or do I want to walk you through the whole thing and then show off the swag? Because you need context. So I seem to be missing. Oh, here it is. So yeah, I'll walk you through that. You know what? So that we can switch it out and everything. So day one was pretty interesting. It was a very short time. It started at 4 and ended at 10, but I had to leave early because let's see, it ended at 10, but I had to leave at around 6:30. I think I left around 6:30, 7 o'clock because I was going to a very special screening elsewhere for Hayao Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron, which was pretty cool. But this is what it looked like when I arrived. That's how big the crowd was. It was a very, very big crowd. This is heading into the convention center in New York City. And this was heading towards the entrance. And everybody's coming down the street here. This is street level. And then we will turn around, make a U-turn, and reach all the way to that far end of the wall. And then make a left going inside. Thankfully, security didn't hold us up to do bag searches. They were like, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. It was pretty hilarious. It was pretty hilarious doing that. But here's what it looked like inside. This was the first thing that I pretty much saw. And let me show you the vid. Here we go. Let me pull up the video. Ooh. Nope. Restart. There we are. So this was me at the entrance of the exhibitor booth. I didn't go into the I did go into the exhibition because I had to get to the arcade, but I didn't explore the exhibition hall until Sunday. But this is what the convention outside of it looked like. There's Crunchyroll up there on the top. On the top there, it has its own pavilion, which I'll show you momentarily. And basically, it wasn't exactly a big convention compared to Comic-Con. It was just this whole section here, along with down below to be able to get to the panels. And yeah, they didn't exactly cover much, quite honestly. Compared to New York Comic Con, I haven't seen New York Comic Con in years. Quite honestly, it got just too big and too expensive. It's almost like Disney World levels of expensive. But nevertheless, this they got a nice whole setup here. Like they really got these banners up and went all out with the appearance. And when I went on, the first thing I did was I went up to the Crunchyroll Pavilion. And along the way, they had this nice little DJ going on here, and people were dancing. I'm not gonna lie, people really were legit dancing up there, and it was pretty fun to see them dancing. I can't dance; my legs ain't like that no more. My legs aren't like that anymore. But here's the entrance to Crunchyroll's spot, and what they did up there was pretty awesome. Although a little too much orange for my taste, way too much orange. Like they really stood out, but pretty smart. It's pretty smart. And there I am. There I am with my big little smile there. There you go. So inside, they got this whole entire area to themselves. It's all Crunchyroll related stuff, anime that they were showing off. Um, as you can see, they got their Crunchyroll Chan, whatever her name is. I don't know, their little mascot going on there. And they have the display because they were selling some of these items themselves. As you can see on the right there, they got the whole list. No, I didn't buy anything from them. But it was pretty cool what they have, like Cowboy Bebop. They have Kana over here, Pochita stuff. It was pretty, and it was pretty big. And then they had their own little gacha. I know they're trying to make it sound like it's all big, like it's premium member arcade. It's just these two little things here. It was pretty hilarious. It was just these two little things, which was funny. But yeah, they had the Crunchyroll games with Street Fighter, and Eminence and Shadow, and they have One Punch Man coming soon. One Punch Man World, pretty interesting. I don't know. I never got a chance to play that. Um, oh yeah, and then they had their swag station, of course, all things Crunchyroll and Crunchyroll stuff. Now this one here, what they did with Doctor Stone, I don't know if any of you have been watching Doctor Stone, but there was that scene where they were getting the SOS signals. So they reenacted that, and you get to decode the stuff and everything. It was pretty nifty. And then of course, was this Free Ren? This is Free Ren. I really am enjoying the show. What a wonderful take on the whole thing, on the whole classic genre. As one person put it, it's New Game Plus, the anime, and yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, and you get to stand next to Free Rent staff and take your picture with it. Over here is the One Piece, which is pretty big. Like they did a good job making the stages pretty big, and they're showing off the next episode. I had to be very careful not to watch it because I didn't want to get spoiled. I still got to start watching the anime, but I'm working on the manga on the show. Irashaimase, Tech 120. No, don't say that. Don't say that. You know that there's gonna be spoilers happening here. I was enjoying the anime too. They also got this nice little setup here for Spy Family. They got the family portraits going on over here, and a few posters. How you doing, Tech 120? Tell us what you've been up to. It's been a long time since you've been around. I hope life's been treating you good so far. And more cut ups, a couple words to take a picture with. Then Rising of the Shield Hero, where they got what's her name? Philly. I forgot her name again. The little runt that turns into a giant bird. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Tech 120. I'm glad that you're getting through. She is a little runt. She's everyone's favorite runt. Philo, there we go. Oh, I've been doing good. Tech 120. The our Moe Bay. I can't wait for the next season to come out because I was a little disappointed with season 2 because I wasn't sure where they were going with it. But I'm hoping that season 3 will be a little bit better and actually get back to the point of the whole show. Dude, the one that survived the belly of a zombie dragon. Survived the belly of the dragon. She's the one that gave the zombie dragon indigestion. Philo could be very, very awesome. Oh, what was this one here? I just took a random picture of this. I didn't even pay attention. I think this is Tokyo Revengers. I still haven't seen the series yet. I haven't seen the series yet. So, yeah. Let's see. And, yeah, they, oh, there we go. And this was their platform. All the way in the back, they had this whole big setup. This is just the front half I didn't even take a picture of the second half, the back half. But yeah, this was all Crunchyroll. They were doing previews and showing off a couple of later episodes of a couple of shows. I forgot what they were, but yeah, they had this whole entire section to themselves, in on I found another one. So I continued my Friday looking for the arcade because I really had a gaming itch before I had to run off to the Miyazaki event screening. So I was able and what was funny is that they kept saying it's in section 3A. It's in section 3A. You just gotta go past the aisles. I'm like, what aisles? Because I haven't been planning on the next anime weekend Atlanta Momocon. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun, man. Ooh, I hope you make it. You make it to your con. Anime cons can be very fun. Just so I could give y'all context, this is the first time I've gone to an anime con since 2009. Can't wait for Dragon Con as well. So in terms of anime conventions, this was the first time since 2009 I've gone to an anime convention. I've gone to New York Comic Con, but and tabletop conventions, but I was going there for business purposes, not as a fan. So this was the first time that I went to an anime con for the purpose of business, which is what this whole channel is. This channel is a business. So it was a little different this time around because that means that the pictures that I'm taking and information I'm getting actually had a little bit more meaning than just hanging around and everything. By the time 2009 came, I kind of felt a little too old because I was surrounded by a lot of college age students and teenagers at the point. I was like, I don't know, man, I'm feeling old now. But but now that I'm doing this live stream, I felt like there was a little bit more purpose for me to be there. Because I felt like this is a new generation. In 2009, I felt like, okay, this is a new generation of anime viewers. Anime youth. Otaku youth. I feel a little out of place. But now that I started, ever since I've been doing this, it's like, okay, well, you know what? Now it kind of makes sense, and I can and this would be great for my Japanese language channel to do, and I figured, let's just jump right on in. It was a last minute decision, but it was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we're missing out. And I haven't missed out on anything because it's still the same as any other anime con I've been to since 2000, back in 2009. Nothing changed. Everything's still the same. Let's see here. Automod messages. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Oh, sorry. See, because I'm on. I have to go through the OBS to to switch over the images. So let's. I apologize for that. Um. Oh, you found another one. Gotcha. Oh my gosh! Are you serious, Twitch? Oh, how dare you? How dare you, Twitch? This is Twitch. We gotta have a conversation someday. I want to find out who's running this thing. As a writer, I need to find out who this person is and explain to them how English works. As a published writer, one who has read the Strunken White's Elements of Style, should find them and slam them on the wall like and say, "You don't know English." I'll be like, "No habla inglés." And my Twitch be like, cancel. Today's Twitch censored word is ugly. Ugly is today's Twitch censored word. Here we go. I want to watch the Ugly Demon Lord something something comes back in 1,000 years something. Is that not typical of anime? Can't remember the exact name. So, that looks really good. The title is so long. Not as long as Munyo. Manu. Because I got that Manu game with that freaking paragraph word title. It was such a long name that that Nintendo Switch could only put Manu, and it was just funny because a couple of other games that I got, especially the dual packs, has ridiculously long names like the Cadence of Hyrule. They actually put the full name on there. It's like, but no, Manu is a bridge too far. But yeah, I won't. So yeah, I'm not gonna see the freezes because I'm reading the stream chat and the OBS, but it's not picking up the any of the naughty words that Twitch can't handle. For solo leveling, I binged the manga. Solo leveling. That sounds interesting. Sounds like something straight out of what's that that anime I love a lot right now. Maple. I'm afraid to take hits, so I put all my stats on defense. It sounds just like that. No. I may, who knows? I might cover the manga since I'm covering One Piece. Since I'm covering One Piece, but yeah. It's not since 2009. That I've gone to an anime con, and and it's not the anime cons itself. It was just me. I felt old at that point because I was going to anime conventions as a fan. Saying with the mentality of a fan. And I had reached that point where I found myself surrounded by a new set of 20 somethings and teenagers, and my brain is like, yeah, I feel out of place right now because what I'm saying, and it's like I'm not gonna go there anymore. And I stopped going to cons in general until I started doing business. Once I started getting into businesses, that's when I started going to New York Comic Con, tabletop cons. But I haven't gone to anime cons because I hadn't tapped into that yet. And so now that now that I'm tapping into Japanese culture and anime and such, to make it. Oh, that's interesting. Been outside of anime recently, but only the outside. To make some. Gotcha. You were Peter Parkering. You were Peter Parkering. So now this is the first time I went back to an anime convention. But now I had purpose. Yes, Peter Queen. So it was pretty cool, but as nice as the outside looked, let me just play this video game. Back. So as nice as this front looked, the exhibition looked no different than any of the other anime conventions that I've seen back in the 2000s. Beautiful facade, grimy exhibition center. Exhibitors area. And I was like, I missed nothing. Got it. And only a few panels. Yes, this is definitely an anime convention. So yeah, and this was just and this was the main area where everybody enters in and heads for the exhibit. So there we go. Pause that quickly. So, let's see. Where did I go to next? Oh, yes. That's right. I brought the video up because they had video gaming, and I wanted to check out the video games. Get some videos on that so we could see what video games they had going there. And their directions was that it was in section 3A behind the aisles. That's how they phrased it in this. And so I started looking for the aisles. I'm like, well, what the heck are they talking about aisles? This is a convention center. There's no aisles here. And I'm like asking, people, no, I didn't. Yeah, I asked one of the volunteers, and like, oh, you'll have to just look at the map over there, and they'll tell you where. And it's like, it's like if it. I'm like, what the hell? I really am back in the anime convention. It was a very weird thing. So, I'm like looking through the map and everything, and then finally the map, I finally found it on the map, and it was actually in the exhibition area, all the way here on the top left, right there, video gaming of the exhibition map. Now, tell me, does exhibition map look like an aisle? You're saying it's behind an aisle, and it's not. And what surprised me was that they put it on the exhibition floor. I would have expected them to put it in like its own section, its own area, isolated from the whole thing. Same with the artist alley. But they put everything all in the exhibition area. The food, the food vendors, the artist alley, the exhibitors, and the video gaming, all in one whole section, which was the exhibition map. So it was like, oh, well, I mean, it's convenient, but wouldn't it be better, to isolate everybody so you can take advantage of the sheer size of the Javits Center? And well, anyway, I did make my way over, and here's what we got to see. Here's what I got to see here. They had One Piece Taiko Master. They had DDR Extreme. They had a lot of dancing games here, surprisingly enough. It's pretty cool. But they even had some classic. They had the classic. What was it? Dance Maniacs, where you wave your hand over the pillars. Virtual pillars. But whew, boy, did they have a whole lot. And and this is the line for all the dance games, all the songs. That one is a little messed up. They were fixing that one. Project Diva right there. There's Hatsune Miku, everyone's favorite virtual girl, a virtual waifu. They also had, speaking of virtual, they had a VR zone where you did virtual reality. And they had Mahjong. Oddly enough, that they had Mahjong. Kick Through Racers. I have no idea how that works. I think that's a scooter game. Here's some more music and rhythm games. And let's see, they had Sound Voltex. They had Poppin' Music. One of my favorites is Poppin' Music. I love playing Poppin' Music, especially playing the Goonies. The Goonies theme. That sold me. Playing the Goonie things. Then they had Initial D. Standard fare, Initial D. I mean, you can't have an arcade without Initial D. I don't know. That's what I was told. And yeah, she was awesome. Look at the way she was just playing that, man. She was playing on hard mode there. They had F-Zero AX. I have not seen that since 2003. It was like 20 years. My brain was like, oh my god, it's been 20 years since I've seen that. And then there's Konami's Dance Maniacs, if I remember right. That's how long it's been. I haven't seen that in 20 years. And of course, the fighting games. The fighting games. I know Phantom-san will be like, oh my gosh, there's fighting games there. I can't believe it. And yes, they had Sonic the Fighters. They had Sonic the Fighters. Yes, they... Irashaimase, Phantom-san. All the fighting games you could ask for. The Darkstalkers, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and there's some more rhythm games. They had the Jubi Jubat, whatever it's called. And of course they had Smash Brothers over there going on. Oh my gosh, Nintendo's gonna stop them now. I shouldn't show this. Nintendo's gonna stop them. they had Smash Brothers going on, and naturally, yours truly stepped into the ring and jumped in on Street Fighter 3 Final Strike. And let me tell you something, I drew the crowd. Thank you, Fantasy. I'm glad you're enjoying. So, yep, I sat there playing that. They need more. They need to be more than slapped. Yeah, they need. Oh, and they have another one of my favorites. I got the arcade archives of Twinkle Star Sprites. Gonna have to try and play that. But here we go. Pause that. But yeah, I jumped in. Let me see if I can rewind back to Street Fighter 3. Just put that on the screen here, so we can. Oh, I don't think I. I don't think I caught Street Fighter. Did I hold on to it? No, I did not. I did not zoom in on Street Fighter 3. Well, that ruins my narrative. Yeah, that ruined the narrative. Anyway, so yeah, I jumped in on Third Strike, and yeah, drew a crowd of that was going ooh playing my girl Makoto, of course. I used my smartphone. That's it. It was the first time I actually used my smartphone for this magnitude, because I have an old camera that still works, but. They had Soul Calibur 2. Yeah, they had Capcom vs SNK 2. They had a excellent selection of fighting games, and so there I was playing Makoto. I played this dude that was crazy with Yoon. Like he was like some kind of top tier level, but I'm like watching everybody else playing. He was like just wiping them out, and I noticed what he was doing with Yoon. He was doing that crazy cross up that Yoon has, his special where he leaps up and does that little dive kick, but he crosses up with it to get you from the back. Yeah, that dive kick, but he gets you in the back by a very pixel. Like he really he really sees the little pixel, and then he gets you into a combo. So I saw that, so I noticed it, and I tried to exploit it. And I can assure you, people were like cheering me on. They were like, oh, because I was really giving him the money. But every time he did that freaking dive kick, he torched me. So then he switches over to Dudley, and yeah, everybody was still cheering me on and everything. So, and I think I pissed him off because he started throwing the rose at me. even though he was really excellent and really doing a lot of good stuff, but because I was really pushing him, really pushing hard on him, he just started throwing the rose to teabag me every time he knocked me down. And I was like, yeah, I pissed him off. That felt satisfying because he was. Then when I after we cycled turns and everything, I did my second go, and I took on a different guy who played Urian, and let me tell you something. People were like, "Oh!" every time we did something, and I was able to pull off her Godansuki within a pixel frame, and people were like, "Ah!" and I caught up. Then and I had the lead. Then he started catching up to me, and we both ended on a double KO, and the crowd was like, "Ah!" So it has like one of those Evo Moment 34 kind of effects there. And we had to sit through judgment, and I won 2-1 on the judgment. But man, it was excellent. It was excellent. And then it all died down. It died down once he left, and I got up and out, and that was it. Everybody was gone. We just dispersed. There was nobody there. It was hilarious. It was like the main event is over. We're moving on. Oh man, it was pretty hilarious. Let's see. and then that's when I came across this at the end of the day. Before I headed off to the Miyazaki event. I was very shocked because to give you an idea of the as you've seen the layout, but it kind of hit me as to how they got it in there. But my brain didn't process how they got it in there because I'm like, how did they get this truck in here? We're elevated up, but then I forgot that they have a special entrance at street level that they could be able to bring it in and drive into this whole thing because the Javits Center has 3 levels. The Crunchyroll Pavilion is the top level, but it's just this one slender thing. Imagine it being like this, saying like the length of this thing, and then down below you have the main area where this exhibitor is happening, and then you have another floor, a third floor where you could get to the panels, and then there where you get to other areas of the convention, and then there was like one more level. It's a very, very weird layout that they have, and at the bottom level you can find more panels and such. Like I said, it's a very weird layout, but seeing that food truck, I'm like, wait, how did they get it up here? We're surrounded by stairs, but I forgot that we're at street level on this floor here, and that's how they got in. But it was pretty cool seeing that, and I had to take a picture because my brain was like blown by it. And this was the panel. Yes. Before I left, I went to the panels, and as I pointed out, the program didn't have any panels written in it and what the panels were. So I walked around looking at the panels and having no idea what they're about, what the context is, or anything. And I had to ask, and I saw, nope, that's not you. You're number. Oh, you were number 3. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, what happened? Uh-oh. Oh no, what happened? Oh. Wait. Nope, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're in the right spot here. But no, stop. Don't need it. So I came across a panel for Licorice Recoil. So, for those of you who might not know, I did cover Licorice Recoil for my writing channel on YouTube, with my storytelling thoughts on its world build and everything. And I stumbled across this, because again, they don't have the panel. And oddly enough, it was here on the back of this page that they did explain what was going on with this event for Licorice Recoil. But who reads the insert of the cover? And so basically, all these people here. This is the entire standing queue for seating for Licorice Recoil special event with Shingo Adachi, the director, and Imigimuro, the character design. And what they did. And I'm going to go through it in great detail for my writing channel tomorrow. But what they did was they did a live drawing with Imigimuru and Shingo Adachi cover storyboarding. Basically, they literally showed us their storyboards on the big screen, and they explained the entire production process, well, primarily the storytelling process and the writing process. And I can assure you that was some valuable information for me as a writer, because that was a very rare opportunity to learn how Japanese write stories. So I just took lots of notes. So I'm going to be covering that tomorrow for the writing channel before I do One Piece. And share that valuable information with all of you on how they do Licorice Recoil. It was pretty freaking awesome. But they also gave away a cool free little thing. This Licorice Recoil. This little Licorice Recoil panel. This little board here. For Anime NYC. Just like that. It was pretty cool. Very, very nice. I like this. You know what I'm saying? It's very nice. I'll make sure I put that on display for tomorrow's show. But yeah, everybody got that one for free, and it was pretty cool. So tune in tomorrow for when I talk about Licorice Recoil panel and what they did and everything that went with it. So as you can see, there's the special event. This was the one and only time there representatives from Aniplex. And here's the people filing in. And that was it. That was it. So, yeah, after this point, once everybody sat down, before they brought the guests out, they said very clearly, and they put it on the big screen, no photography, no videos from this point forward to take everything down. So sorry, guys, I don't have the pictures of any of that going on. They have a very, very strict policy with all the panels not to take photos and such. So, they didn't have a problem, beforehand when everybody was sitting, but as soon as everybody sat and were ready to go, that was it. All phones off. So, and then I found this. This is the show floor queue for accessibility for press, pro panelists, guests. I don't know why. Oh no! Stop! Oh my gosh! I screwed up. I screwed up, everybody. I'm sorry. Hold on. I do have the picture of what it looks, what it fully looks up inside, but I had to get this one. I didn't want to waste too much time. But this whole entire empty room is for the show floor queue, which I don't know. That space they could have used for more, but they could have put the artist alley there, if you want my opinion, and offered more room for exhibitors and such. Speaking of exhibitors, just before I left, I saw this, and this was all the food vendors. They had some English ones, like Nathan's Hot Dogs, but they did have Japanese food stands here for okonomiyaki, ramen, gyoza, takoyaki, and I worked my way down. I don't even have them, but all the way, but behind me, from this photo here, directly behind me, there was a Japanese inspired Mexican stand. So basically, it was Mexican food with Japanese food fused together. And I was sorely disappointed that they didn't have tacos. But I can assure you, they were pretty expensive. They were very, very expensive. They were very, very expensive food. So I didn't dare eat. That cost money. Let's see. This is number 4. Okay. So yeah. Once that was over, I went to see I went to the Hayao Miyazaki event to see The Boy and the Heron before it got released here in the States. It was a special premiere. It had nothing to do with Anime NYC. It was a completely separate event that just coincidentally lined up along with. I wrote this down. I wrote these notes down. Where did my notes go? Here it is. Along with on Saturday, which I didn't go to the convention because I didn't have Saturday badges, but I had to. But I went and saw Pupel of Chimney Town with Q&A with Akihiro Nishino, the creator. So it was pretty fun at over there for those two events. But neither of them had anything to do with Anime NYC. So I wanted to stay on topic. So we go into Sunday. And once again, I had to figure out what the heck the panels are because there was one panel that I stumbled on that I was willing to sit down and watch to go to before I started going through the exhibition hall and do the run. And that was Eminence in Shadow 2, presented by High Dive. I don't know why I'm advertising it. They're not paying me money, dang it. So, I had to ask, and again, the volunteers had to go around and find out what the heck was going on in Eminence of Shadow 2 until they found one of the High Dive staff and asked, and the guy, and I told the guy, they don't have your information on every panel in the book, and he was like, oh, wow, like, his eyes was like he didn't know. He didn't know. So Anime NYC, you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. You're supposed to put the panel programs in here with the scheduling so we know what the heck is being shown. You know, I can't imagine how many people were left guessing and trying to figure out and everything. And I feel sorry for the poor staff that had to ask over and over again. And don't tell me it's all online either. Okay, you have a book. You have a program book for a reason. All right? You don't make a program book then tell people to go online to look at the panels. That's ridiculous. But yeah, Eminence in Shadow. They had the director and producer of the series there. I didn't even write their names down, did I? No, I didn't. Let's see here. And of course, they gave High Dive gave us this nice little poster until you flip around the back and you find out it was an advertisement for 30 days free. I was like, ooh, a poster. Oh, it's an advertisement. Oh man. So yeah, that's basically it. But it was yeah, it was a Q&A session, so you know they did talk about the whole thing, but they didn't do like what Licorice Recoil did. The Licorice Recoil panel did, where they went and did live drawings and elaborate details of the whole thing. So I had no information to mark down. But what was really cool is that they gave us a preview, the first half of episode 9. Right now, episode 7 is out. Episode 7 is out, so we all had a chance to see episode 9 of Eminence in Shadow, and now I can't wait to see episode 8. Because yeah, Sid's on stupid pills again as usual, and now I need to see episode 8 to see what the heck happened in 9. So that's gonna be so I can't wait to see the more Eminence in Shadow 2. I gotta definitely do a world build talk on that one, because let me tell you something. Sid is an oblivious LARPer big time, and it's really awesome. Oh man. So again, you know, you can see the staff over there and everybody's seating, and that was it. It was uneventful. It was your standard fare. We didn't even get to do Q&A, and they did give away prizes and such, but I didn't win anything. So now I'm in the exhibitors hall. This time I'm fully exploring it. Oh crap, I keep forgetting their name. They're the ones who do Fate, the Fate series, Tsukihime, which you have all seen me play that series known as Melty Blood Type Lumina. That's part of this whole universe here. Of course, they had the little standees. They had the motorcycle here, which people were allowed to sit on and take pictures of, which was pretty awesome. Then, oh yeah, before I go here, one last video. They had a nice little setup on the far side of this of their little stage here, and what happened is they had a nice little mini game going on, and I decided to join in and play. If I knock down all these cans, then I would get a prize. And since I was there early, the line wasn't very long, but once I stepped out, the line was extremely long. So the volunteer is setting up the whole thing, and I gave it a shot, and well, you'll see the result. And he was nice enough to do the filming for me. So then there's the other one where you do a little ball toss up. And if you get into a gold ring, you get a prize. But here I am in action. And oh my gosh. I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm going to win a prize. No. And then 3 more. And I'm almost there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, it was too far. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, just so close. So, yeah, that basically, it's like, no. Venom sounds like no. So close. I was so close. I was so sad. But because I really brushed into that. He was invested. He was at the grip of his. He's like, "You can do it. You can do it, Frog." So over here's Aniplex, Aniplex booth. They had the nice Licorice Recoil setup here. As you can see, I really did enjoy Licorice Recoil, and the reason why I enjoyed it is because of Takina here on the right, dressed in the blue. When you first introduced to her, she comes off as your stereotypical cliche moody emo Sasuke type character, but as the story goes along she got more and more awesome, way better than Sasuke. She is what Sasuke should have been, and that is get over it. That is get over yourself. This was more of this was the okay, I had it out of order, but this was the lines for the mini games that I played. Never heard of it. Might need to take a look. I recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's a very good world. That was the other. That's the thing I forgot to mention. The reason why the Licorice panel, was a special event was because unlike all the anime that we've been getting recently, Licorice Recoil is an original anime. Like they did the anime from scratch. It wasn't adapted from video games or manga or light novels or anything else. It was made from scratch, and that was the whole point of that little special event of theirs, was to talk about the whole entire process that they did to create an original anime. And they were very glad to see there were so many fans that enjoyed it. That enjoyed it and everything. A lot of cosplayers were there too. The director was very surprised to see so many cosplayers and was very happy. So that shows that. So that's actually good because maybe that'll entice them to do another season. You know what I'm saying, to see that kind of turnout and enjoy, because Licorice Recoil is really awesome, man. It's really awesome. And then this was Aniplex's displays. They were selling their models, of course, but they got some concepts here like Rurouni Kenshin. Crap, what was her name again from Demon Slayer? She was cool. I completely forgot everybody's name in Demon Slayer. They got too many characters. Game of Thrones levels of characters. Can't even keep up. But it's very beautiful. How this prototype design of Kenshin sitting there like that. It was pretty awesome. And then they got some more over here. I didn't even read the name of the titles. I mean, it's in Shadow 2. I'm going backwards here. So here we go. Let's go into number 5. Here we go. And then I crossed over this group here called Palverse. They had some preliminary prototypes of the statues. Did I get a zoom in? Yeah. As you can see, they've got Ram from oh crap. Why do I keep forgetting these names? There's just too many anime. There's too many anime. Best Girl right here from a man who keeps resetting, gets reset. Of course, Deku, Sonic. Very interesting chibi style designs here, and then some concepts over here on the left. And then came Into Creates. Oh yes, Into Creates had, I wouldn't say so much as a booth as so much as a tiny little island. They just needed a little palm tree to close that out to complete the whole thing. But basically, very simplistic. I give them a lot of credit. They didn't go for the big fanfare. They just kept it this small and just put and surrounded the whole thing with monitors of playable games. And one of those games, go back. One of those games was released on Thursday last week, so it was just the day before the convention. They released a whole new game for Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4 before the convention started in Japan, and only in Japan. And they brought those games over to the convention to buy, and that game happens to be Genshitsu no Hana Yohane, Blaze in the Deep Blue. It is a Metroidvania game, and this is straight from Japan. I haven't even cracked it open yet. As you can see, they got the little plastic and everything. Let's zoom in on that. Let me zoom in on that for y'all. There we go. Yohane. This is Yohane, and this just came out Thursday, and Into Creates sold these during their panel in their little area. Straight from Japan, hot off the presses. It's pretty. It was pretty cool. It's like, you know what? Gotta scoop that. It's not every day you can pick it up. Not only that, but I could get gold coins. I could get Japanese gold coins. Just gotta switch the accounts over. Get Japanese, some more Japanese gold coins, and maybe I could find something from the Japanese eShop to add to the whole thing. It's a Metroidvania game, from what I understand. And I think these characters are well known because they got a tight cast going on here, but we don't have much time. We got more things to do. More things to see, and that is the Good Smile Company. Word of advice, Good Smile Company. I know you're not watching this, but if you ever stumble upon this, word of advice. If you run out of your top tier prizes on Sunday, could you put a sign out letting it be known that all you had left were these? Pins. That's all they had left on Sunday. Early Sunday morning. Need I mind you, this is around 10:45, 11 o'clock. This was like around sometime around 12 o'clock. No, 2 hours into the Sunday, and all they had left were these pins. It was horrible. If I had known, I would have gone. I would have stopped off on Friday to do this whole thing. And need I mind you? Let me see here. Do I have the? Yeah, I should have the pictures. Yeah. So what happens is that you have it costs $20. It was $10 per one ball, but you could get 3 for $10. And in there are little slips that would tell the people, the redeemers, what type of prize you got. So I paid, as you can see, that's how long the line is. I'm sure the line was much longer on Friday, way longer. But I got these 3. That's what I got from the little gotcha, these 3 balls. And once I arrived, the guy was like, "I'm so sorry, all we have left are pins." So I'm like, what's the $20 going to yield? And thankfully, it yielded 10 pins. I still haven't even checked how much these pins really cost, but I know, being that these are conventions, how these things go, they probably clocking in at $7. So let me see here. Good Smile Company pins. I've been meaning to look this up. Good Smile Company pins. How much are you charging for your pins? Because I'm being very, very patient here. These are Netoroid pins. Well, let's see here. Netoroid pins. That's what these are, huh? It's hard to tell. Let's see here. Come on. How much you pins cost? Good Smile Connect. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this on the screen here. Here we go. Let's see here. Where is it at here? No, sorry. No, sorry. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. Here we go. those are the pins I got. $14.99 for a pin. And they're on sale for $7.50. And I got 10 of these for $20. We need the shock snake icon. Oh my gosh, that's insane. $14.99 is how much these things cost. So I was off by $10. I thought these were like $5 to $7. They're actually $14.99. I was off by one half the cost there. That means that 10 times 15. Oh my gosh, that's $150 worth of Nendoroid pins, and I got them all for $20. Oh my god, somebody help this company. But these things better be made of superpowers. Like I put a pin on, it turns me into Sasuke Uchiha. No, I don't want to be Sasuke. I don't want to be moody. I'll be like, let's see. No, I don't want to be Senutsu. I'll be crying all over the place. Yeah, Monokuma. Make me Monokuma so I could kill some Japanese teens along the way. subject them to some crazy, crazy alternate world where they have to solve who the killer is. Astro, interesting. So, let's see. Let's pull up who I got here. That's it. I got Astro, and I got Monokuma, Zenitsu, and then I got Chiaki, Nanami. I'm sure people will be like, oh my gosh, I can't even get that. Here's Daichi. And I give credit to the guy. He was nice enough to make sure I didn't get duplicates. He really made sure I had 10 different pins here. Here's Radical Ed, and they're nice. These pins are very nice. But $15, man. King, Sango. And the good thing is that I recognize a lot of these characters. Oh, look at this. I even got Tanjiro. I got Tanjiro. Oh, yeah. And, of course, Sasuke, which is a New York Comic Con exclusive. Interesting. This is a New York Comic Con exclusive pin. And they just happen to have a spare, and I scored one. So, oh, and same with Zenitsu. Zenitsu's got the New York Comic Con a sticker on it, as you can see here. So yeah, that's Nendoroid pins. I would have preferred something more awesome. Yeah. And then next to Good Smile, they had JoJo World, which are gonna have their own store. They're going to have a little pop-up at Mitsuwa in Edgewater, New Jersey, so that's going to be pretty cool. But then they'll be like, well, I've already seen it at the convention. But this chair here, a lot of cosplayers were sitting on the chairs. A lot of congoers were sitting on the chair and getting their pictures taken. They were doing JoJo poses. That was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I think this one I stumbled. I didn't stumble onto it. It was nearby. I think this is Idol Fighter that I've been hearing about. And basically I had to play it on this Phantom Sun. I don't know how you do it. Seriously, I really don't know how you play. Because I'm like trying to get the fingers in the right position and everything, and trying to figure out what was up and down and everything. The company that made Idol Fighter were selling these, and they had a couple other games, but I was more focused on Idol Fighter because I love fighting games. So my opponent and I was since we didn't know how to freaking use those things, we just picked Corona and called it a day, and we fought. And as you can see here, live. It was pretty cool. Of course, I've never played Idol Fighter before, but I still managed to win. I don't know how. I don't know how. But I did get this cool free poster of Mori Calliope that they had there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we are. Yeah, this little poster here. Here we are. Here we go. This nice little poster going on here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But as usual, with me and posters, it gets crinkled. I'm never good with posters. Posters and me are like oil and vinegar. We just don't mix very well. Why? Why? Let me have a good poster for once. Let's see here. And there's just me and Patty. I shouldn't even make that Simpson joke. Nobody knows that Simpson joke. And they had this nice little display going on over here too. I've never seen this brand before, so I don't know who this character is. I'm not sure if she's part of Idol Fighter or not. Kittleton, I've played their gachas at Mitsuwa in Edgewater before. And I won a couple of prizes. Got the little Kirby and such. I tried to play it, but one of the most obnoxious things that I can't stand when it comes to conventions is when cosplayers decide to take photographs in places that blocks everybody. For some dumb reason, you know how it goes in conventions. You know what I'm saying? The photographers, they see cosplayers and they're like, ooh, I want to take a picture. But they don't have any awareness of their surroundings, that there are people walking, and this whole and this little area here, where this lady is standing at, with the blonde hair, is extremely thin, like this thin. Like you can only walk two people. It's like a two people path because a third of that path is people playing the gacha games. So you got the people playing the gacha games, and then you have only then on the other side you had the Nathan's hot dog, which is which also has a line. So you only have two lanes going in two different directions, and the cosplayers and the photographers decided to stop right in the middle of the whole thing and take pictures, while everybody who was trying to walk by had to stop and wait. You couldn't. There was no way to navigate to get to the games. People were having a hard time getting to the Nathan's hot dogs. People were having a hard time getting to the other side, and so on. Photographers and your cosplayers, be aware of your surroundings and show some courtesy of foot traffic, please. We know you guys want to have your fun and everything, but show some courtesy. Step aside somewhere. Go somewhere where there's space and do your thing. Don't stop in the middle of foot traffic and block everybody so you can have your pictures. You both agree that you're gonna have your pictures. None of you are gonna walk away. Just go to another area where it's wide open and you can do your pictures away from the foot traffic. So I gave it a shot and I lost. I played 3 games and I lost. And there's Eye Dive's Eminence and Shadow, like the little portrait setup they got going there. Yeah. Got a nice little setup. So now this is the other side of the exhibition. This is where all the exhibitors are at. Your garage sales. Your garage sales. Saying you got those who are like selling confectionery, fudges, swords, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But and many of the and a lot of them not related to anime in general. And of course your anime stores and everything. Surprisingly enough, Media Blasters is still around. I should have taken a picture of it. I didn't take a picture of it, but I should have. But yeah, Media Blasters is still around. They're still selling DVDs as well as Blu-rays, and I was very shocked, as well as their standard hentai. But yeah, I was very shocked to see them still selling. But I should have taken a picture, man, because there's no telling how long they were going to last. But I was very shocked to see them there, that they were still around. But yeah, it was all standard fare. Of course, card game stores selling trading card games, for the video games with the vintage video games. I was tempted to buy, one of them, but I was like, you know what? If it turns up busted, I'm gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way to return it or anything, because they'll be gone. They'll be long gone. So yeah, I couldn't pick up any of the used retro games, but I did have my eyes on them, especially for the TurboGrafx 16. And in terms of trading cards. I came across this one. I found a whole bunch of that were selling Magic. So for those of you who are watching the show and you like watching me cover Magic the Gathering, I scooped up. I found a $1 bin and scooped up 25 cards. One amongst them was Satoru Umezawa, which is great for my Ninja deck. So I was able to get a whole bunch of cards to upgrade my decks with. And so there's going to be some more shows with the deck tune-up. So stay tuned here on Twitch for the Twitch shows, or over to my Tabletop channel if you want. But I came across this one company. There's one little company called PPG. They sell cards and everything. And they decided to do this. They created this little thing called a mystery pack. Basically, they selected themselves. Very slick, but what they did is they selected 7 Magic the Gathering cards with 1 foil, 1 rare guaranteed, and 5 other cards. And they were selling these at 15 for $10. For $10, I got 15 of these, and here we are. So so join me on for tomorrow's live stream on Twitch for the tabletop segment, as I crack these open and then cover one of my another one of my commander decks. So we're gonna see. I haven't looked at these yet. I wanted to save these for the show tomorrow. So join me tomorrow for Licorice Recoil for the writing segment and unpacking these mystery packs for the tabletop segment. So there we go. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, this is how crowded it was. But this is just Sunday. I can't even imagine Saturday. But this was the most open area, walking area imaginable. And it was still hard to navigate. And I can't even imagine how Saturday was like with the crowd. And so came to this little section here. Where it was all Japanese stuff. Japanese government. They had the consulate general there. The tourism. Also the government. Like all the government stuff was here. Japanese government, and one of them they had was the tourism bureau, and this little section here. This one section here, they had this cute little thing going on. I guess you could say is kawaii, and that is the Japanese Anime 88 Spots edition from the Anime Tourism Guide. So basically what this means is this is a map of all the locations, well, not all the locations, but most of the locations in Japan where you can visit where anime has where anime scenes happen, from shows like Haruhi Suzumiya, Sergeant Frog, Summer Wars, Please Teacher. You can go to these actual locations and you can see it for yourself, what they look like in real life that you've seen in anime. It's pretty funny, but the fact that this is Japanese tourism itself, the tourism bureau doing this, is pretty awesome. They really do encourage it. Look at this, Lucky Star. What else here? Licorice Recoil itself can actually go to the actual Rico cafe. I don't know if it's what inspired it, but it was pretty funny, and I was like, I had to take this. I don't know if I'll ever go to these locations if I ever make it to Japan, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny to see. And also in that whole area, I found this nice little poster from illustrated by Aki Bright. This nice little illustrated poster here, The Futures film. Okay. Along with this this free comic. So more free swag. This is Gerard from Aki Bright and Brightworks. Very nice looking. But I guess American made. It's very American looking, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. Okay. And there was a few more spots that I went to. Nope, this is the end. This is me at the end of the whole convention, basically. It was over, and you can see how big the crowd is leaving. Being New York, it's crazy. And as you can see, the doors are all closed. That gray looking wall is actually the doors. That's how big the doors are. And that marked the end of the whole convention. So yeah, like I said, it's very very small. It's got flaws. It still has flaws, but the fact that they were able to bring, you know, Japanese industry people, directors, Japanese directors and producers. Let's see, which voice actors did they bring? They brought some voice actors over. They should have a list here somewhere. I saw it. It's in here. It's in here. It's for real. It's for real. Let's see here. Because for such a tiny convention, it was very tiny, really. It wasn't New York Comic Con big. Here we go. They were able to get Hoshimachi Suisei from Hololive, Kana Ichinose who voice acted Sleta Mercury from Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury, along with Lin, who did Miorine Renbrand. From the Seven Deadly Sins, they had Kikunosuke Toya. From Blue Lock, they had Kazuki Ura. Then they brought in industry directors and and producers like Hiromi Wakabayashi from Studio Trigger, along with Hideyuki Imaishi from Studio Trigger. They had the Toshifumi Tosuka, who did Unlike Undead. I believe he's the mangaka, if I remember right. Yeah, and they only had four English. Yeah, they only had four English from the industry. Yeah, that was it. Four English actors. Very interesting. That was very interesting. Everyone else was all Japanese, but yeah, for a very 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 tiny convention, and it really was very 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 small. They really got a lot, but I guess it helps because Crunchyroll, was backing this whole thing up, so I guess it made sense that Crunchyroll's able to get the Japanese industry voice actors and directors and such over to the U.S. So yeah, but it's definitely no Anime Expo or Otakon, that's for sure. But I'm kind of surprised too. I guess because since New York is so expensive and renting the whole thing is so expensive, it's not easy to get it all together and everything. So yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but it was all right. I'm saying it was very very short. It was a very very short convention. The hours were 2 to 10 p.m. On Friday, then 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it didn't. It was definitely not a very very long con, but they definitely really, for all its credit, did cover a lot. Video games, the exhibitors, the artist alley. They had food vendors, which is something that a lot of conventions don't do. They actually had food vendors lined up in a row. That's actually something I gotta say was really really good. The food was expensive, so I had no intention of buying it. But the fact that they had it the fact that they had, not just only that, but they did have Japanese, authentic Japanese, food, ramen, takoyaki, okonomiyaki, that kind of stuff, was really, really cool and really, really fit the aesthetic. But the fact that they had those food vendors there was really, really, really good. That's a big plus for the convention. Conventions always have a hard time when it comes to having food readily available for people. And the location at the Javits Center requires you to really walk to get to the nearest food, and that's if they're open. But to have the food vendors there readily available was really good. Oh yeah, and the funny thing too, and I didn't take a photo, but let me pause, and it's right there. Let me pull back up just a little bit. That little orange thing there that you see, that's the United States Marines. The United States Marines and the United States Army were present and accounted for to recruit people. And they had a crowd. I kid you not, they had a crowd because they had the pull-up bars and other calisthenic stuff there, and while simultaneously trying to recruit new soldiers. The United States government is clearly investing in recruiting anime fans well versed in the combat of piloting giant mecha, which means that the United States and Japan self-defense forces are uniting to create the first mobile suit Gundam, and they're looking for pilots between the United States and Japan, and we'll unleash them onto the world soon enough. Oh man. But will I go again? I don't know. I don't know. If you want my honest opinion, I'd rather try and secure a panel. Personally, I'd rather either secure a panel or secure a kiosk and try and sell my stuff. But that's gonna be a very, very, very long time before that can happen, because I'm gonna need your help with the notoriety. That means I need you guys to select that follow button and subscribe, not just here on Twitch but also on YouTube, and build up my algorithms and spread the word and make me popular enough to get me to these conventions as a panelist. So that way I could take pictures with all of you, sign your autographs, answer your questions, make you all go woo. Yeah, you see it says Marines on there. I know, everybody be like, I'm not gonna hit any of these buttons. You're not gonna be popular. I'm gonna make sure you're not popular. Twitter, cancel. One day, someday. Indeed. Man. So overall, the weekend was good. It was a very, very, very good weekend, and I did have a good time, because as you could see, I'm all smiles. I'm all smiles looking at this. From playing Street Fighter Third Strike and drawing in a crowd to getting $14.99 Nendoroid pins, 10 of these for $20. That's $2. I paid $2 a piece for these things, man. Nevertheless, great material. So for those of you on Twitch, join me tomorrow. For those of you on Twitch, as I cover these magic cards and Licorice Recoil panel for the tabletop and writing segments. Phantom-san, you are very welcome. Thank you for joining me and enjoying this experience. Sharing the sharing of experience, the sharing of all experiences. Tech 120, thank you very much as well for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful experience attending Anime NYC via this channel. Seeing this whole thing. I hope you get to make it to your anime con at your location. Anime cons are still good. They're still fun. You know what I'm saying? It's still a joyous atmosphere. So with that said, I thank y'all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night, a buenas noches, and oyasuminasai.